Hello guys, in this video we will be starting Python tutorial. This will be a playlist that will contain tutorials about Python, and for the first video let's set up our environment. So first let me see if Python is installed in my computer. So here I have opened terminal, and when I type Python command, and this terminal you can open using start and start menu and then command, COMMAND, command PORMPT prompt. So by clicking on this we can start a command prompt. For me it is a Node.js command prompt, but for you guys it will be a normal command prompt. Okay, so by clicking on this I can open it. I had already opened, so there are two options. Let me close the previous one. Okay, so what happens is that when I typed Python command, I can see that since Python is not installed, it is telling me to install Python. It has opened Microsoft App Store, and so Python was not installed in me. So my first step will be to installing Python. For that we will download Python. See this here, my Microsoft App Store is suggesting me to download. Let me close it. So it was a simple thing that Python is now. We can also like Python hyphen version. I can see that Python was not found. Python is not installed here. Okay, so to install, let me download it. So we have opened Google Chrome, and here type Python, just Python, and click enter. Windows version is quite slow. I have only 8 GB of RAM, and so Chrome causes a lot of problem. It lags my computer. See, 2 minutes are over, still no progress. Okay, once I have searched for Python and it is showing. Okay, meanwhile let me pause the video. Okay, see, I have got the results, and the first website, that is python.org. This is the official website. I will be clicking the downloads option. Let me navigate you from the start. So we are on the Python official website, and there are a bunch of options available here. So latest is Python 3.13. Yeah, earlier it was showing 12, but now it is 13. This is the latest version of Python. So we will go for the download tab and download the latest version. Since I am using Windows, for others you can click here. We have Linux, Mac OS, and others. I will be downloading Windows version since I am using Windows. Okay, so here I have clicked download Python, and it has started to download. Let me save. So in the download bar I can see it is being downloaded. Meanwhile I will also download VS Code, because we will be using this editor to write our codes. So VS Code, and now we have the Visual Studio Code. Here also the official website. I think Python is downloaded. let me check. It's quite slow. For VS Code, we can click the download for Windows and it will download the latest version of VS Code. Okay, it is 1.97. Okay, we have saved and it has started downloading. Okay, since okay, let me open the Windows Explorer directly. So we had saved a Python file into downloads folder. So we will click the download folder. It will be available on the left hand side. Okay, see here Python is downloaded 3.13. So we will double click it and it will start installing. I am waiting for the prompt. Yeah, the prompt is available. So there are bunch of options. You can install it in a users directory, but I will go for custom installation. Okay, we have documentation. We will install the documentation paper. Okay, and from here install Python for all users. Now it will be in the program file, so any user can use Python. And here I will check add Python to environment variables. Require okay, download debugging, download rest of the thing we know we need not to click. The two options that I clicked that I checked was add Python to environment variables and install Python for all users. So when we do check that, see the installation path will be C under C drive program files. Now we will click install. So it has started installing. Maybe I will get a prompt. Yeah, this prompt. Click yes here and now it will start installing. So meanwhile my VS Code was also downloaded. So let's close uh, Chrome. It was taking up a lot of memory and here I have VS Code user setup. So by double clicking we can also install that, but I will not go for installing because I have already installed VS Code. It's already in my computer. There are a lot of updates. So meanwhile it is installing. Let me pause the video. Let me close Windows. Okay, so we had double clicked on VS Code installer and I will guide you towards its installation. So here I accept the agreement, check that button and then next, create a desktop icon, add open with code. We have to check every uh, check all open with code to Windows directory. Okay, we will check all the boxes and then click on next. Okay, and it then install. Okay, it's taking time as my computer is slow. So when any prompt comes, just click on yes and it will continue installing. It's taking time. Okay, let me move it side a bit. Better I pause it and continue when all the installation is done. We can see that VS Code is copying files into our computer, and the installation is in progress. Python also installation is in progress. So let me keep it side by side, and I think VS Code is will win the race of installation. Okay, so please wait while setup installs Visual Studio Code on computer. Okay, so I can see that Visual Studio is installed, and since launch VS Code is checked, I will click on finish, and my VS Code would start. Meanwhile, for Python installation, Python launcher is being installed, and yeah, we can see VS Code has been launched. There are many instances of it. Let me check what are these. Okay, I think it will take some time and come up by itself. Okay, meanwhile, let me pause the video. So here VS Code has opened, and we can see the latest version release notes. It is of January 25. Okay, and there are many things you can read. I am not going to read it. I will close this, and you can sign in from here. Profiles, anyways. So let me see what is okay. So what am.pm. Okay, yes, save and close. There were some previous files opened, so it was all open, and so it has opened once again. So this was all about VS Code. Now I am closing it. Once Python is installed completely, I will come back to it. So since it is installing, let me pause the video and come back once it is installed completely. So here we can see that finally Python is installed. So I will close this window, and let me check if it was really installed. So this is in command prompt. Type Python command python, and oh, it's still not available. Okay, let me go for Python version. Okay, but I think I need to reopen this terminal. Maybe that may solve this issue. Yeah, so since my command prompt was opened before Python was installed, so we need to reopen command prompt, and now you can see Python version. Let me uh, type a simple hello world, and yep, that is it. So exit, no, not, yeah, I will exit from Python. So for tutorial, I will make a separate directory. For making a directory from command prompt, the command is mkdir for make directory, and the directory name I will keep it as Python. Let me edit Python to 2. Python is enough. Okay, so Python directory is created. Dir command to list directories, and we can see Python here, this one. This is the directory we have created. So to navigate, we will P and tab. Okay, since Python py and tab, so that it will autocomplete. We navigated to, and cd was for change directory. So once we are in Python directory, I will open VS Code here. For that you can use the command line code for code and dot for open. Dot means current directory. What is current directory? My current directory is this, under C drive users rn and Python. So VS Code will open in this directory. Once hit enter, the command is executing. I think I need to press enter once. Okay. Coda dot. Oh yeah, here it goes. Now our Python was installed and VS Code was also installed. And now I have opened VS Code in this new created directory. So I will first create a before I continue with VS Code, let me show you some of the extensions that we will be needing for this tutorial. Okay, I will show you next time. And let me first create a file. So file name is 01.py. All Python files end with extension py, have extension py. So file name 01 and extension .py. So this file is created, and I will type the hello world. Hello world. Control S for save. See here that let me show you once again. So once I edit a file, you can see this dot. This dot means that this file has been edited and not saved. To save it, I will I will press Ctrl and S for saving, and you will see that this dot will disappear. Watch it carefully. I pressed Ctrl S. Yeah, see the dot has disappeared. And if I edit anything, the dot appears again. So this file is saved, and for running it, you can, on the right top corner we can see here run code, or else if you have not installed that extension, I can guide you for the terminal. So here terminal, there is a option for terminal and new terminal. So once the terminal is open, let the terminal open. Okay, so we can see that we are in the same directory. So to run this file, let me show you the files present in this directory. And dir command to list directories. Okay, and see in this directory I have only one file, that is 01.py. To run, I will use the command python and file name 01. I have pressed tab but it's not. Yeah, okay, yeah, it completed. And now press enter. See, paint hello world, the file is executed and it has displayed its output. So here we can select interpreter this 31 global. Yeah, you can explore this by, and please try changing it or select Python interpreter. Okay, you can see the interpreter for all Python files 3.13 will be used. So I think that was enough for this video. Let me close VS Code, and finally we have set up our environment. We have configured all our dependencies for this tutorial. So let me close, and now, so that was all for this video. From the next video we will be continuing with the tutorial, and I will be using latest Python book by Yashwant Kanetkar. This book is available as PDF online. You can download it by yourself. However, I will not be using that book. I will be personally using that book, but won't display any part of that book, as it might create copyright issues. So that was all for this video. Have a nice day. Thank you.